changed the way how we are working. AI, digital automation has changed everything. Everything has gone upside down, and we are just in between, like what to do. Should we adopt, accept, integrate AI, or is it ethical? Is it unethical? So there are a lot of things that are going on in our mind. Um, Rishikesh sir, are the participants able to unmute and speak if required?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So industries are reshaping. There are new rules that are emerging, and there are also a lot of rules that are declining. So, what do you think? Like, what are the kind of rules that are declining? What are the jobs that are not safe? Can anybody just tell me, like, would like to share, would like to say that what are the kind of rules that are declining? I think I will not be able to see the hand raise. Uh,
Can you repeat the question?
so my question is, what are the roles that are declining? What are the jobs or roles do you think are declining or will become obsolete in the near future? Because like we are seeing how AI is changing the job and job roles. So what kind of jobs do you think will be no more in next 10 years? So anybody from the
So I guess
audience? Uh-huh.
monotonous activities, jobs having monotonous activities might repetitive work might decline.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Dr. Asawari, ma'am. So that's absolutely correct. So the work that are monotonous, that are repetitive, and that doesn't require much of creativity, that are going to become obsolete. Can somebody just give an example? I see hand raise. Yeah, Prashant Gupta. So Dr. Prashant Gupta, can you please go ahead and share?
Yes, thank you, ma'am, for allowing me to put my opinion forward. I think, ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
agriculture can be one of the sector where like there can be a lot of decline in the jobs because as India is moving towards digitalization and smart, in future maybe like a lot of robots into the agriculture. So that can be one of the thing.
That can become obsolete. You are saying agriculture can become obsolete. Okay, and very good. I see
Uh,
some more.
no, ma'am,
Or
I'm not saying agriculture will become obsolete. I'm saying like
I know,
involvement of
yeah,
people's
the
job.
work or jobs that are going to. So it's robotics that's gonna come in. That is what you want to say, right? So we are not going to
Exactly, ma'am.
require farm workers, or the labor issues we have today might not be there tomorrow, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, excellent. And I see
Teaching faculty will
Rudransh.
Workers,
be,
madam,
Yeah.
ma'am.
workers who are involving in infrastructure development may decline their role
Okay.
because
It-
physical infrastructure will not be needed in the future
Okay.
due to
Physical infrastructure will not be
automation,
required. Yeah,
AI,
you're correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
digital
very good.
innovation.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
I think that
yeah, go ahead, please.
Teaching fraternity will be lost here afterwards.
Okay. Okay, we can discuss this. This is the next point that we are going to discuss. Very good. And Dr. Nikam,
Yes, ma'am. I think even the role like the customer care, right now the chatbot.
chatbot, yeah.
So yeah, so with that, I think that role is also going to be no more important for the organization.
Okay,
because
okay. And what do you think about the jobs like compensation management, then training and development? What do you think about finance related, accounting related jobs? Are they going to become obsolete, or they are still safe?
as
So,
long
ma'am,
as
may I?
people don't change themselves,
Mm-hmm.
so the jobs might get obsolete if you do repetitive work. Like if the training and development हर साल वही करते ही रहेंगे, no
Mm-hmm.
relativeness to the current generation. So
Mm-hmm.
they might be taken over by chatbots or might be some generative AI kind of thing.
Okay, okay. And I see somebody else. So is Zakira, if I'm correct? Yeah. Yeah, we are unable to hear you if you're trying to say something.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I was actually talking about accountants and tax advisors, and they'll be absolute because they'll be replaced by algorithms and AI.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I've been typing it in the chat because my mic had a problem, but nobody's seeing the chat, I guess.
Yeah, no, the problem is I'm unable to like see the chat right now. So sorry for that.
No problem, no problem.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I guess primary health centers might become obsolete, seeing the e-medical service launched by Indian government. Um,
Mhm,
until and unless it is absolutely necessary, people might not be needing those, I guess.
mhm. Okay, okay. Yeah, you're correct. But again, that you're saying only about primary, right? So the
Yes,
first
ma'am.
thing. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah, yeah, you're correct. Okay. Uh, Okay. So the
Can
statistics
we
says,
can
Mhm.
can we absolute with the data entry and back office clerks,
Of
and
course.
and also it is related to the bank cashiers and tellers
Yeah,
also into the
yeah,
fintech.
yeah, you're absolutely correct. Those jobs
Like,
are going to, yeah, they're
when it
absolutely
comes to
going to be taken away.
AI credit score, if you are going to implement in the banking system, the loan processing assistance also reduced.
Yeah, you're correct.
And
Yeah.
apart from that, insurance also, in the insurance also, if you are going to implement the AI based claim validation, so
Yes.
automated claim system will be there. Due to that, that is also it is going to reflect. Like so
Yeah.
many are going to reflect based on the digitalization and AI.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. Fantastic. So thank you everybody for contributing. So the World Economic Forum report on Future of Jobs 2025 says that 59% of the employees in the world will require to reskill themselves. Now, reskilling is something getting into new skills. So 59% is an alarming number, isn't it? It's a big number. So like in every two people, one of us needs reskilling. So 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 Dr. Nikita, do you want to say something? Okay. So this gives us a reminder that the skills and demands are evolving very faster, and as they are evolving faster, the traditional education system that we are adapting to will not match with what we are delivering right now. So let's think something. It's time to reflect. Can you just go and scan this barcode and we'll just brainstorm over a few questions? Can everybody just take this?
This is for escape, explore, I
May I
think.
ask, do we sign up? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, do we sign up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I request all the participants to just scan the QR code or join menti.com. So you can just scan the QR code so that you will get this question and you will be able to reply back to me. Or you can join menti.com using the given code and log in to report your answer. Thank you. Or let me make it more easy for you. Okay, what I can do is uh-uh.
Could you please give the code of the Mentimeter? It will be easy for us.
No, what I'll do is just give me a moment. Um, I will try to paste it in the link in the chat box. So if the code is not
Yes, ma'am, it would be
visible
better.
first, yeah, so you can directly just link and register your answer. And here we go. Okay. So here the question means it is directly to you as in a person who is teaching. So it is to me, it is to you. So do you think, or should I think that my job, teaching job, is future proof? So future proof, it means that, okay, I need not to worry. I need not to reskill, upskill, or something like that. So how many of you think that our jobs are future proof? So teaching is one of the profession that we need not to worry about, or teaching is a profession that we need to worry about. So if you're saying that yes, it means that okay, our job is one of the job that does not need reskilling or upskilling. I'm waiting for some more answers. So here you can see the code, you can see the QR code, as well as you can see the use code. And if at all you're not very comfortable with scanning, you can also go to the chat box and use the link over there. I'm just waiting for some more answers, some more participants to give their opinion. So it's very close, like 50-50 almost, like 13 people saying yes, our jobs are future proof. 14 are saying future proof. 12 saying no. 8 are not sure. So it's a 50-50. Okay. That's it. So I was waiting for some more participants. We have so many participants. Can I expect some more answers? Eighteen, 13, 10. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next question. So this question shows a doubt in the mind of the audience that our jobs are safe or not safe, so you are not sure. Okay. So my second question is, what are the skills required for us in coming 5 years or for anybody? So what are the top skills do you think are very much required in the coming 5 years? So you can just navigate to next question and you will get into the next question. If you have logged out of it, you can just scan the QR code once again. What do you think are the skills that are required? So some of you said,
May I say something if it's okay?
yeah, sure.
Um, the thing says, please wait for the presenter to change slides, and then it's not moving forward.
Okay, just give me a moment. Thank you. Thank you so much for your feedback. So did you get the question?
I did. Now it went to the first
Yes, ma'am.
question
I
again.
got it. Got it.
Yeah, it's second question appearing now.
Yeah, it's showing now, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes. What are the skills required to work skill?
Yeah.
What are the skills required in the coming 5 years? Enter level.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? What are the skills that you need to upgrade yourself with?
It only lets you type just one, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, it will allow just one. So I
But
want
I
that.
wanted to add critical thinking, emotional intelligence, leadership, and all of that, creativity.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so AI has the big dominance over here. So AI, artificial intelligence are the buzzwords that we can see. Back to with proficiency in AI, that's the same thing. ChatGPT, prompt engineering, uh, then what's it? Machine learning, digital transformation, AI, automation, ICT, adaptability, very good. Creativity and innovation, awesome. Blockchain technology, yeah. Engaging the young adults, oh, interesting. So more creative thinking, advanced Excel, Power BI, okay. Creative poster making, okay. Robotics, generative AI, entrepreneurial skills, adaptability, communication, okay. Agility, awesome. And yeah, perfect. These are awesome answers. So yes, you are all getting in there. So you very well know what is that key skill, or what are those key skills that are really, really required in the coming time. So leadership skills, creativity, analytical thinking, originality. I like that. Social intelligence. Perfect. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. So, how do you think we as an educators can better facilitate upskilling and reskilling for future careers in a rapidly changing job market? So the question is, like, now we being the facilitators of upskilling and reskilling, because we are creating the future generations, right? So what do you think? What is the role? So just register your answer. Okay. Mm, yeah, looking for some. So by integrating real world skills into curriculum, by providing more hands-on experiences, learning experiences. Okay. And this is 4.2, by fostering partnerships with industry leaders, offering personalized learning pathways. 4.5. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Interesting. So I'm seeing the graph of industry partnership going down, integration into curriculum is still leading the leaderboard. Okay, so that is what is very much required. We okay. Providing learning experience is still 4.3. Okay, 3.9. Okay, I want some more answers. Okay, perfect. So what do you think? What are you all inclining towards is? So you are inclining that our curriculum needs some changes to be integrated, so our students are more ready for the future jobs by upskilling and reskilling themselves. But however, I can see a little less emphasis on fostering partnership with industry leaders. Okay, which is also
Hello.
not bad. Yeah,
Yeah. Am I
yes,
audible,
Dr.
ma'am?
Yes. Yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, I have one question for the last, connected to the last question. Now you're asking
Sure.
about next 5 years, right?
So this is about
So, no,
ongoing
no, I
things.
have one
So,
question.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Yeah. My question is social emotional connection with the students. It's really important nowadays because Gen Zs are very, very pampered and they are not very, suddenly they can change the things. So I think AI is not helping in that. So what is your point of view in that social emotional connection with the students?
Awesome. This is a very, very
Yes,
wonderful
this question
question.
is also from my side also.
Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing up this question. So, from my point of view, both things are equally important. So, integrating AI into curriculum is the technological aspect that is very much required, that we need to upgrade them with those technical skills. So, when we talk about skills, there are some hard skills and there are some soft skills as well, right? So the social and emotional intelligence that you're talking about is a soft skill that is also very much required. It is really a pressing need, and which is very much underrated nowadays. But that is what students are really looking for, because they come like students, they are not looking for so education, they feel that okay, this content, this things I can learn it from everywhere, they are very much fast, they are and to be very honest and to be very frank, so even if we are teaching nowadays, they have their phones in their hand and they can just check the facts anytime sitting on the phone back. So they are way ahead than us. I will not say in the terms of intelligence, but for regarding checking the facts, getting the information. So information is very much readily available. Content is very much readily available. But from teachers, from facilitators, what they are really looking up to us is what you said. We really need to give them some good experience so that they know the value of social connections, they know the value of emotional intelligence, because like you rightly pointed out, the new generation which is into work, Gen Z's we are saying, and even in coming years we are also going to face the alphas. So it is gonna be completely different. The way we think and the way they think is not all the same, and that's why there are so many researches even they are going on Gen Z's at work, right? So yes, that is very much required skill. So I'm not saying that those skills are not important. Those skills are also important. So we are going to discuss over those skills also. Thank you. Thank you for bringing up those things.
ఈ లేదు
We get
చెప్తున్నా ఏం అర్థం కావట్లేదురా.
actually we are making machines, student like a machine or robots. We are preparing for robots. I think all students,
Yeah.
our students are um, just like behavior. In the future, they will react as a machine
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And that is what our curriculum is
because
really
they have
implanting to us.
emotions. Right,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah, yeah. I see one more hand raise. Please go ahead and unmute yourself and feel free to share.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to it. I mean, we also need empathy and active listening from Gen Z.
Yeah. Absolutely, but yes, that those are the emotional intelligence skills that we need to teach them. It's not about teaching them, but we need to make them understand that these are also the skills, and these are very much required. And this is somewhere where the role of we teachers, it's not as an instructors, or even using the word as teachers would be a little, teachers is teaching. Now our role has switched a lot from teaching, I'll say, and we are more of the facilitators. So as we facilitate things to them, our role is more of inspirational, motivational, and if we are able to inspire them, they are going to listen to us. They will not listen to us if we are instructional. Do you agree with what I say?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Yeah. So we need to think, our approach needs to change a lot, because we can't use the same approach as that was used for us. So the approach needs to be changed. Okay. Uh,
Can I add something, ma'am?
sure.
Yeah. I think when it comes to empathy or emotions, I think it cannot be taught in the classroom itself. So in that uh, case, if we expose students to certain kind of situation through activities, okay, so
Yeah,
I think that that will be more useful for them to understand the actual meaning of it, actually, when it comes to empathy or when it comes to gratitude.
absolutely. I echo you. Yeah. This skills, that's what I said. We can't teach the skills. This needs to be it, only inspiration, motivation, and not only saying it, but doing it. And
Yes,
action learning is more important in
right,
that.
right, right.
So let's look at our next slide, which will also discuss the things that we are just discussing. So expected alignment of education with industry. Now, what industry is expecting, what we are actually delivering to industry, where the world is right now, and where we are as educational institutes, as teachers, as facilitators, where we are right now. So, what's the era right now? Is it Industry 4.0 or is it Industry 5.0? What do you think?
We are still in Industry 4.0.
We are still in Industry 4.0,
We are
and the
still in
future
Industry 3.0.
3.0. I like that. And but what where should we be right now?
5.0, probably.
Absolutely, 5.0. So let's look at what is industry first of all. What is industry 5.0? So, Industry 5.0 is what we are discussing right now from last 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like while the question answers were asked, and when you all came up, and you are like, kudos to all of you. You are great facilitators. You are really the role models because you know that what your students are needing, and that's not only AI. So the industry 5.0 is not only about AI, it is integration of human with AI. So industry
Madam,
5.0,
for interrupt
yes.
you, can you say it is a human plus automation plus personalization and sustainability
Yeah, so majorly you
of all?
said it right. It is combination of sustainability, but in the major terms, it is human HI plus AI is the major factor that we are looking up into the industry 5.0 as an instructor. So when we say that we are making robots, why do we say why this thought has come into us, that why it is like why do we think that we are making robots? We think that we are making robots because probably we are still stuck into industry 3.0. Do you agree?
Yes, I do. We make
Yes.
robots for automation.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we the curriculum, the curricula that we all are into right now is Industry 3.0. So we are thinking about digital learning tools. We are thinking about individualized tech-based teaching, vocational focus, and everything. Like we are trying to integrate each and everything into it. So we are trying to build computer literacy, making students adaptable to all the technical skills, right? Nowadays, in universities, we have that certification, additional certifications to our uh, undergraduates and graduates to make them employable, right? So we are making, so what is the USP of any organization? So when students they come to us and they are looking for admission, so what is the major USP that we sell? Is our placements? right? Isn't it?
Yes, it is
So
absolutely right.
Yes, Shubham. Yes,
yeah,
Shubham. Absolutely.
this is our placement. I do remember I have worked extensively into placements like 10 years. I had worked as a training placement officer and training and placement head. And I do remember, like, whenever a student used to come to admissions, they were handed over to our department. Okay, tell them how's our placement, how well we are doing, what are the top companies. And the students are also concerned what is the highest package, what is the average package, right? So this is just like input to output, like what, how much I will get. So this is how the industry focuses. So what do we see? So what is required for those placements? What is required for that job? So we think, oh, certifications are required. So we provide digital marketing certification to our students. We give hands-on training over Tableau, and we give training over HR analytics. And for finance, we have finalytics and business analytics. So we are making machines, we are making robots, and we are delivering robots to the market. But now, with the change, now as the world is changing, as somebody rightly said, the industry 5.0 is human integration with AI. Also, it is also regarding the environment, it's also regarding sustainability. So we have to take into consideration that our entire ecosystem is taken care of when we are delivering the education. So the education that we deliver in this era is going to be different from what we delivered long back. And we are still doing the same things again and again. So, how should be our education response in Industry 5.0? So, the education response in 5.0 should be learner centered. So, what is learner centered? What do you think? What do I mean to say when I say learner centered?
The ability to choose what all subjects he or she wants to learn instead of actually given a preset courses.
Yeah, absolutely, very good. It should be purpose driven. It should have digital and human integration with ethical focus, very much required. So all the creative thing, skills, emotional skills, that those all skills should also be brought, should also be practiced. And it should be because we are heavily focusing on AI and automation and digital tools a lot, because we know the era is changing. uh, Now the jobs are going to be more AI focused, so we are thinking that it is the future, but that's not the only future. So what is the purpose of this? So the purpose is to develop the students who are more adaptive, ethical leaders, prepare for impact, and human centered focus. So, this is really a food for thought, I will say. We really need to think on this. So, are we delivering the right things? And what should be our next approach? So, this was education, I'll say 2.0 or 3.0. So, what what do you interpret from the first picture? Can anybody just guess it?
Yes, every single student is being taught the same way, whereas every single student has different abilities.
Absolutely perfect. So we are feeding all the animals with the same food. What does this mean? The appetite of each animal can be different. And same goes with our students, isn't it? Everybody's appetite is different. Everybody's liking is different. But with the standardized curriculum, we are giving all the same thing. One of the faculty member very rightly pointed out, we should give a subject basket for the students to choose between. So what they like, what they're interested in, what their skill sets are inclining to. Standardized assessment. Now, this is a little challenging. So, what does this picture portray?
You're asking the same people to climb a tree to actually gain access to certain courses, I guess. Almost like an entrance test.
Okay, entrance test. More, anybody would like to try it?
I know the quote by Albert Einstein, though.
Yeah, you can go ahead and share it. Mm-hmm.
Assessing the students with the same criteria, assessing each and every student with a single criteria.
Yeah. So
this makes them to believe that they are not capable in some areas, so they may feel inferior.
Yeah.
Or they don't learn come friend to learn new things. They suppress
Awesome.
themselves.
Awesome. You nailed it. So absolutely correct. So it is like everybody can have different skills, but we are trying to test everybody through the same kind of thing. So a student, they might have a different level of skills. Now this is challenging. So is it possible for us to have the assessments different
So let me get
technically?
this straight, may I?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
So you're allowing each student and you're allowing the comparison of an individual's performance against other students of the similar category?
Not similar category. Now here the category is different, and still we are trying to compare each one of them with the other. So is this a fair selection method while we are selecting, or
No,
are we giving equal opportunity to everybody? So is it
if you're
equitable?
if you're actually comparing the individual's performance against others, then I don't think it's fair.
It's not fair, right? So but again, this comes with a lot of challenges, I know, because it's difficult for us to have staggered assessments, right? So let's think about what's the urgency of change. So what is the skill gap and what needs to be changed? So have you heard from any of your employer friend or any of the companies um, that you were talking to, like you were trying to bring on campus, or you were talking to somebody from industry, and they said that your students, like, oh, they don't have the skills, or we expect something but we don't find it in your students? Have you experienced this? Okay, I saw some thumbs up. So I have heard it very often when I was into training and placement, and we used to pitch it that, okay, our students are MBA, they are with so many certifications, but the expectation that the employers have from our students, that does not match at all. Why?
They do not meet the industry standards, like real
Mhm.
world thing that you just asked on the previous slide.
Yeah,
Real world skill integration. Yeah.
they do not meet the industry standards. So when we say that they do not meet the industry standards, but we were somebody who promised them, like I said, the first place that they come, when they come to take admission, we send them to show the placement statistics, right? So we promise them that we are making them employable. And still, at the end of the year, we hear the same thing. Yes, yes, Dr. Nikam, you can go ahead.
Yes. Uh, is it so that what we are teaching is getting outdated so quickly that it is not become relevant to the existing requirement of the industry?
Outdated. Okay, so you said that our syllabus is becoming outdated. Yeah, you're correct. Because why I'll say this is not the feedback that I have received recently, and like the things are changing with AI, but this feedback I have often received even 10 years back, that okay, like what you teach doesn't apply over here. The skills that they really need at the workplace, they are not equipped with those skills. They don't know anything. And this is not related to any particular B school, I will say. This is not related to any, this is not showing the incompetency of any particular B school, but this is the problem that is being faced by, I will say, all the institutes, all the top-notch B schools though. So this was a feedback I even received from one of the HR from Hindustan Coca-Cola Beverages Private Limited. So she was sharing that she went to all the top base schools, but she did not get the candidate, did not get the right kind of candidate that she was looking to.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am, may I?
Sure, go ahead.
I was in industry, software industry for 11 years, almost 11 years. And my husband still works as a project manager. We run a freelancing business, and we were actively looking for freelancers, web application developers to be precise, a few days back. So, this, while the person who came for the interview, I'm not saying that everyone is actually failing in to do so, but things were like this. Three main points we were looking at. First is his application skills. Whatever he, maybe he knows the concept, but his application skills. We wanted our projects to be done within a deadline. If he is capable for that or not, his application skills and how fast he can be, how fast his thinking skills are. That is the first point we were looking at. The second point we were looking at is uh, the communication skills, because all our clients are out of the country. I say we have around 12 clients around the world, and they everyone speaks English. It's not like I want them to have a very good communication skill, but at least he or she, the interviewee has to have some basic communication skills to actually project his ideas or his explanation to across to the client. So the basics communication skills. And I know many students nowadays are coming as introverts. Not many I see extroverts while interviewing, but even then, to communicate across the basic communication skills, they're lacking it.
Yeah.
Second point. The third point is, when while they have the knowledge while they're working as interns for many companies, basically engineering college people, students are required to have internships. While they are doing that, they are not concentrating on what they are actually doing during that internship. They have those internship projected in their resumes, but the thing is, they do not have the actual knowledge of what they have done.
Yeah.
So these are the 3 points. Based on these 3 points we were interviewing, and rejected so many people. So even now, a few of them, few of clients have requirements, but thing is, this is what our clients are looking for. It's not me or my husband we are looking for.
Fantastic. Awesome. So this is, see how relevant is what we are discussing. So this is actually happening, and I have faced this kind of situation n number of times when I used to talk to industry with the HRs, that we were trying our best. It's not as a faculty member, as a university or colleges, we were not trying to give our best. We were trying to do our best in every possible way by delivering the best of the best content, by delivering the best of the best certifications, industry visits, and whatnot that is required for students to be equipped at job, live projects, summer internship projects, everything. But what the problem is, like, I hear somebody is.
Current law of event building. So small values of the
Okay, so when when we talk about the skill gaps and what's the urgency to change, so the first thing that comes to my mind is how the way how we are delivering our knowledge, or the way how we are delivering the things to our graduates or undergraduates needs to be changed at the first place. Now the top skills, in I will say most in demand skills, are now, as we are talking more about data analysis. So students, they need not to remember or recall any algorithm, or but they should at least be able to read the statistic, understand the statistics, and interpret the statistics. Critical thinking, highly missing with our students. If we give them with any case scenario, and if you ask them to brainstorm and come up with the answers, you will not be surprised that you will always have few students in class that they have really good ideas and very nice solutions to that case, but that will be hardly 2 3 students in the class. What about other students? Forget about critical thinking, but they actually even thinking? They are not. What they will do, they will just give it to the AI. They will ask ChatGPT, oh, what should be the answer to this question? So critical thinking is the very much required skill, because though artificial intelligence is going to make things easy, it is going to grab you a lot of information. And even I will say, I'm not against using any kind of AI. I'm not against using any kind of chatbot, ChatGPT. Even in my classes, when we have activities, when we have in class group activities or discussion activities, I allow my students to use AI. You know, I say, okay, you can go, but use it in a better and a more smarter way. And don't only use it in a smarter way. I want your personal insights to whatever things, the snippet that you get from the AI. Don't just tell me what AI is telling you, but also come with your own reflections, whether these things you really agree, you do not agree, or what do you think needs to be done. So this is nudging them towards critical thinking. Critical thinking is very much required, and I will say that it will be one of the key asset skills that will be required in coming days. Digital literacy is required. We all know digital literacy is required, and we are doing a lot as universities to equip our students with digital literacy. Last thing, adaptability. Now, do you think our students are adaptable?
Honestly,
No,
I
no.
don't think so.
No, not at all. So, my experience is they aren't. So they are not adaptable. They are very much rigid. They have their set mindset. And the thing, like, why they do not learn, the main reason why they do not learn is because they are not adaptable. They don't want to learn. They are not in the phase. They only look to the degrees as a gateway to getting jobs, something that they will use to earn money and make money. They are not looking at something that it will give them knowledge and experience. And that's where they become rigid. So let's understand what is upskilling and what is reskilling. So we are talking about today's topic, and we are discussing, oh, we need to upskill, we need to reskill. But what is upskilling and what is really reskilling? Upskilling is just making your skills more and more polished. So I am an HR. So I had my PhD into HR, MBA into HR when I was in India. And when I moved to Canada, I came here, I got into this market. But when I stepped into this market and I started applying for jobs, I got to know that there is something called as CPHR, Chartered Professional in Human Resources. That is a very much required designation to have here. And if you have that CPHR, getting into HR jobs can become easy. So having that was very much required for me to come into a good job and good professional job. So my first approach was upskilling my skill self. So upskilling, I did my CPHR. I am a CPHR certified. I'm a SHR. I'm SCP. So though I had my master's, though I had my PhD into human resource management, it was not the end. It was not something that I thought, oh, PhD is done and I need not to upskill myself. I have the highest degree. No, I still need to upskill myself. So that is, I'm doing it in my own field. I'm enhancing to increase my role capabilities. So that is upskilling. What is reskilling? Reskilling is a complete transition from the skills that you're using right now to the skills that are a little different. So I'm an HR. So the coming back to our first discussion. So are our jobs going to be safe? Say, for example, think for a moment that the university jobs are not going to be safe. Maybe teaching can be delivered by AI, and nothing is impossible, I'll tell you. Nothing is impossible. We never thought that we can talk on a video call few years back when we just had the landlines, but it is possible right now, and anything can be possible with technologies and the way with the technology is going, everything can be possible. So the role of universities is going to be even more challenging because the learners, the new generation, the way they learn is completely different. They want their own pace. They want to do it with their own flexibility. They have lesser attention span. They can't listen for hours, right? Oh no, I can't listen for 1 hour to somebody who is speaking. So what we can do, uh, if say if at all, I have that threat of my job, I need to reskill myself. All right, I need to reskill. Maybe I need to get some more qualification, some more certification. I need to equip myself with something that is more relevant in today's era so that I can still work, my job can still not become obsolete. So that is reskilling. And is it required? Of course, yes, it is required. So let's look at the statistics that I have pulled out from, again, the web's World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs 2025 report. So we were discussing what are the jobs that are fastest growing and what are the jobs that are fastest declining jobs. The fastest growing jobs, of course, like you all know, they are more into IoT and IT, design, AI. So big data specialists, fintech, AI, software applications, these are all jobs that are the fastest growing job roles. If you look into the chart above, the first chart, what you can see is in the fastest growing jobs, there are most of the jobs that if we think that we have to get into this job, we need to reskill ourselves, right? We need to relearn, we need to reskill. So, and if we come to the chart below, fastest declining jobs, so we can see the jobs that you people rightly said are the monotonous job, like postal service clerks, bank teller jobs, then data entry clerks, administrative jobs, printing jobs, accounting jobs. These all jobs are the fastest declining job because they are very much easily replaceable by AI. They are very easily replaceable with the machines. Okay, let's look at some of the statistics. So, so when we talk about AI, and we always, you might have heard about the FOMO and the FOBO. Have you heard about the fear of becoming obsolete? So
Um,
that Mhm.
no, no, no.
So that is something that we are having. So I always have the fear of becoming obsolete. Why I'm having that fear? Because with the numbers that are coming in, so we are hearing every day in and day out that there is going to be AI, there is going to be automation that is going to be created. So now most of the jobs that are going to be in the job market are going to be more of AI related jobs. So it is said, as per the WEF report, it is said by 2030, there will be 170 million new jobs are projected to be created globally. But again, this is a good news. So there are a lot of jobs coming in market. So are our jobs going to be taken away? So there is no perfect answer to this, but I'll say we need to upskill and reskill ourselves because there is need. If we are not going to be with the time, if we say, oh, I'm an old school guy, I'm not very much used to the technology and I don't like to change myself for technology. If I am going to use this terms and terminologies today, then probably yes, my job is going to be replaced. So because this figures, the numbers that are coming, they are very alarming. There is a huge shift that is being seen due to automation. There will be a lot of job, I will say, that will not go away, but that will be displaced and will be taken by some other jobs. So is AI going to take away your jobs, or is AI going to reduce the labor market in tech? So the answer, it is going to create more new jobs. So it's going to give you more and more opportunities to work. It is going to change the efficiency of the work. So it's not that there will be less number of people required to work, but it will be the right kind of people that having that technical expertise will be required to be worked. So around 92 million jobs are projected to be displaced by 2030. This corresponds to almost 22% of the labor market churn. So just think about this. Uh, this is not to threaten anybody, but this is a time to really think. This is really a time where we need to upgrade ourselves, we need to upskill ourselves, reskill ourselves. So, despite this losses, but again, there is net gain of 78 million jobs. So, if we look at the figures, still there are new jobs that will be created. But what is required is, as we discussed earlier, like 59% of the people will require to either upskill themselves or reskill themselves. Though we see that the IT jobs are fastly growing, but not all the IT jobs are fastly growing. So even IT professionals, they have a high threat. They also need to upskill themselves. They need to reskill themselves to be in the market. So 59%. So out of every 100 worker, 59 people will need to upskill and reskill. So just think that we are amongst that 59, and we have to think today about this thing very, very seriously. Okay. Uh, um, just give me a moment.
Ma'am, may I?
Yeah, sure, please.
You need to enable the content because it's been blocked. Try that.
Yeah, let me check. Thank you. See, I also need upskilling and reskilling, and that's what is very much required. So just give me a moment. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Here we go. So let's.
Hi, Tom. I know it's your first day, but we could really use your help. You got it. Thanks. We're just in a bit of a jam. All this has to get out today. Yeah, I don't do shipping. Oh, no. It's very easy. We use FedEx.com. Anybody can do it. You don't understand. I have an MBA. Oh, you have an MBA. In that case, I'll have to show you how to do it. FedEx.com makes shipping so fast and easy. Even an MBA can do it. Relax, it's FedEx.
Okay, were you able to get the gist out of it? Did you hear the video, or should I run it once again?
I think everybody heard.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for confirming on everybody's behalf. So what did you hear? What what message, or did you resonate with it, or you did not resonate with it? What was the thing?
Um, ma'am, I guess this was taken a few years back, but now even some no, only very few people resonate with this because this has become a digitalized world now, right now. Everyone's able to understand what's happening. Even a kid can understand right now. So only very few people are like digital illiterate right now.
Okay. No, I just wanted to give some different message. Did anybody
May I
get that?
take a gander at it if it's okay?
Yeah, sure.
To me, I do believe that he thinks that the computer job is menial compared to his MBA degree. So he's like, he doesn't do it because I'm an MBA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So most of the people, just like the real world, they expect a lot of things that are high paying, but they cannot actually start from the bottom.
Yeah. So there were two messages in this very short video. The first thing was like we discussed, adaptability. So when our students um, when we send them to summer internship projects or projects, so at that time, what we hear is, oh, they gave me some work. I did not like it. Oh, that's not for MBA. Have you heard this? Like any projects and internships, if you are teaching master's course, or if you are teaching engineering courses where students they go for apprenticeship, and they say that they do not resonate with the work. Oh, this was not my work.
Yes, I have heard it quite a lot of times.
Yeah, do you think that kind of approach is a right kind of approach?
I can speak in both ways. One is the fact that what they have learned, they have not got. But at the same time, they should also be a little bit adjusting or adapting so that they can actually have a future.
Yeah, true. You said it very right. So even I had this perspective back, like when I remember in 2007 when I was doing my own internship, and I faced a similar kind of thing where I was given a very good task of redesigning the compensation structure. But along with that, my HR used to assign me some other tasks that were her routine tasks. Maybe they had some employee engagement activities where she had to call the employees and ask them if they are free. So they need to schedule the movie tickets for all the employees, and she wanted to know their availability. So when she used to give me such kind of task, I did not like it because I thought I'm an MBA. Okay, so why should I do that? So I'm working on the compensation structure, I'm redesigning that, I'm getting some inputs, I'm working on the Excel sheet. Oh, this is my work and this needs to be done. And was not a right kind of attitude. And this is what I think very strongly today. after so many years, like after 2 decades, I realized that I was wrong. The reason being is adaptability. We don't expect that our students who are engineers or our students who are MBA or maybe in pharmacy or any degree, whatever they are pursuing. So they should do any work that is given to them, but at the same time, they should have some skills. They should learn from scratch, and they should have that willingness to work. They should not be very much resistant, and that small things help in creating a good ecosystem for them while they are working at the workplace. So they need to understand that being always, so this is very much problem with Gen Zs nowadays. At our times, especially, we thought that this is not my work. We never denied any work that was given to us, and even today we can't deny any work that is being assigned to us. If our boss says, oh, this work needs to be done, we say, okay, I'll do that. Or we never denied, we don't say it. But this is not going to happen regarding Gen Z's. They will say, oh, this is not my skill set, I can't do that. They might reject it at upfront. And this is how Gen Z's, this is how they are changing. So
Um,
yeah.
they should at least try before they reject, and then see if they can or they can't, right?
Yeah, but these are the adaptability skills, these are some social skills, and these are the emotional intelligence skills that they are lacking into because of the digitalization we see, or automation that is taking place. So it's very difficult to integrate especially human skills into people, and this human skills needs to be integrated into our new generation that is required. So while we are focusing on AI automation, we should also focus on human skills to be integrated in our students. So okay.
Ma'am, can we give the break for 10 minutes?
Yeah, thank you for reminding so much. Yes, we can definitely have a 10 minutes break. Okay. So let's take a 10 minutes break and join back.
We shall be back by 7:40.
Yeah, sure.
All the participants kindly fill up the feedback for session number 9, that is 6 to 7:30. The link is displayed in the WhatsApp.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll be back by 7:40. Good evening, ma'am. We can start now.
Hello, sir. We will just wait for 1 or 2 minutes if somebody is still coming in back, because I need to discuss whatever we'll be discussing in this slide will be really something that we need to think upon, and I
Yes,
want
ma'am.
like everybody to come back for that. So let's wait for 2 minutes
Yes, ma'am.
and just check
No
over
issue,
it.
ma'am.
Okay, welcome back. If you have joined the session, can you please give me a thumbs up, everybody?
I've joined the session. I don't know how to do a thumbs up, so
Okay, so you have a little react button over there. So if you click that, you'll get a thumbs up over there.
oh, found it.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
thank you so much for joining back. And I'll share my screen again. Okay, so learning delivery framework. So we were talking about that we are doing something that is traditional, outdated, why it is not working, why industry people find the skill gap. So we had all problems with us. We had all things that we were complaining about, what things that we were thinking that they are not going right. So is there a solution to it, or how we can work so that it can work right, or it can lessen the skill gap? So this is a delivery framework. So this is very much popular these days, and this has been adopted by a lot of foreign universities. A lot of universities, we are also integrating this particular framework into our curricula so that our students get more of experiential learning, because when we discuss learning and how learning happens, so it is said that only 10% of the learning happens through the content, through the courses. So if we say, generally, if we say that, oh, I have done a particular certification, so it was an online certification and I learned from that particular certification. So how much knowledge you have gained? So I'll say probably only 10% of the knowledge you have gained through that online certification. because it was self-learning. It was through the content. You just read some content, you heard to some content, you watched some content. The self-learning counts for only 10% of the learning. 20% of the learning happens from others. That is called as social learning. So when we come to the classes, when we talk, like somebody said it very rightly, like we can't teach empathy to students. It has to be taught through some role plays. It has to be taught, the skills has to be taught through in-class activities. And that is very right. Theories can't teach you everything. So there is some social learning. So maybe by role plays, debate, elevator pitch, case studies in class case study solving, problem solving, scenario solving, discussion with your peers, discussion what we are having. This will all account for only 20%. So what we are currently giving to our student is, I will say 10 plus 20%. So at the best, say, think that we are taking case studies in the classes, we are doing role playing, we are doing simulations, we are talking to them, we are giving them opportunity for group discussion, students are doing group projects, everything. Social learning, they are learning from their friends, they are learning from you, they are learning from the society. So this is also happening. So we are giving them a bucket of 30%. Now remains the 70%, that is experiential learning, learning by doing. So as one of my fellow faculty, I'll say the faculty member very rightly pointed out, when she was looking for interns, they had problem that the students, they were very good, very well versed with the content, concepts, but when it came to actually doing it, application, the students were not able to do that because they lacked experiential learning. Learning can only happen through experience. So how do we give them these experiences? So we have made those provisions. I know we have live projects, we have summer internship. But in summer internship, in winter projects, in live projects, in apprenticeship, do they learn each and everything that we have put into their curricula? Is it everything that they learn? Is it most of the things that we offer them? Are they learning that? I don't say everything can be learned in those 3 months, but is it accounting for at least 50% of the syllabus? Are they learning? What is your answer? What do you think, everybody?
Since the entire field is changing all the time due to technology, I wouldn't say they're actually learning 50%, maybe less.
So how much they are learning? So 30% social learning, self-learning. I'm only betting on 30%. I feel that we are only giving them 30%.
Yeah,
70%.
I'll go with 30, yes.
How many of you feel that our internship projects and whatever learning that we are giving them, experiential learning, is covering their 70%?
Ma'am, if I say 20% of the students are actually who are doing their internships, whether it might be a winter internship or summer internship, only 20% of them are learning the 70% experiential learning. The
Yeah,
rest, uh, they come in uh, no, I say they don't have the knowledge, they are not learning it actually, so it might be even below 30%.
right. Truly said. So experiential learning. So most of our students, you rightly said. So I have some more hands up. Yeah, Dr. Shiv Kumar.
Yes, madam. It is like hands-on experience. It accounts 70% of the learning, and through internship, if they put their hands, and if they work, they'll be learning 70% of that.
But do you
So,
think internship is really accounting? Are our internship equipped to give them 70% learning, experiential
there,
learning experience?
there are industries or there are places where students are put their hands even during internship also.
Yeah, they do put their hands, but is that so? Whatever internship they do, so whatever you teach, so you have so many subjects, you have so many courses, right? From
Correct.
that courses, they pick up a particular topic, and based on that topic, they do their internship. Am I
True.
correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So why the mismatch happens is because they're just working on that one topic into internship, but what about the rest of the knowledge that they have gained? Are they having experiential learning for that?
No,
Yes.
no, I agree with that. Of
Mhm.
course, they can't.
Yeah. So I have some more hands up. Dr. Vikas, Dr. Prashant. Yeah, you can just unmute and go
Madam,
ahead.
Yeah.
for MBA students, I feel that industry has stopped favoring just giving certificates or just sitting idle. They have to perform either in sales, or they have to perform either in social media marketing. But companies expect what returns they are getting by giving you internship. So I feel that in recent last 2-3 years, it is much more performing and learning.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So even I'm taking it very positively that internships and projects are working, but my question is, they are just focusing on one area. Say, for example, you said digital media marketing, sales. So you are teaching them a lot of things in marketing, right? So are all those things put into practice during the internship, or it is only one subject focused?
Mostly it is subject specific.
Yeah. So, okay, Dr. Prashant.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. My perspective, as you said earlier also, that we cannot have one model fits all, that kind of situation. Same thing happens with this learning framework also.
Yeah.
That because every, let's say, there are tier one institutions, management institutions, tier two institutions, tier three institutions in India. So student quality differs. And if you talk about tier two, tier three students, experiential learning and working on projects is not helping at that level, what I think based on my 20 years experience in this field, because they are working on one single project or based on the objective
Yeah.
of their company, and they're lacking on other parts, many other parts which needs to be taught actually at the tier 2 tier 3 level. Tier 1 students may get those things by their own initiatives, or their network, as such network learning or some other types. But tier 1 learning, tier 2 tier 3 students, it's very difficult for them to go through this model and get all the things which are expected to be
Okay.
performed.
Okay. Can I put one more question to you, ma'am? Okay. Sorry. Can I put one more question to you, sir? Yeah. So when you were talking about like tier one colleges, let me understand. So when you talk about 70% of experiential learning, so what all things do you do to have that 70% of experiential learning?
Yeah, most of the students are on projects with industry, and
mapping of those industries, mapping of those projects, and involvement of the faculty from those tier one institutions, then observation, all the process is very much matured there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
not happening at tier 2, tier 3 level. Process wise, they are lacking. They are just putting the students on the projects, and nobody is going to observe the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
What exactly? And there is no benchmark, or there is no standards defined, or weekly, let's say, reports happening properly. So most of the students suffers in this process.
Yeah, yeah, I do agree. So that is again one very great topic if we get some time to discuss. So that will be like research project. So should it be faculty initiated research projects, or should it be student initiated research projects? But let's not dive into that topic. But yes, I do believe that there needs to be a lot of involvement of faculty members into experiential learning. While the students are learning, we need to facilitate that learning, help them so that it becomes effective. Yes, yes, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah, ma'am. When it comes to experiential learning, I think, as you rightly mentioned, 70% learning can happen because, as you said, ki when it comes to SIT or OJT, uh, it's just focusing on the domain knowledge or the specialization only. But if the experiential learning we divide into different types of activity, not
Yeah,
only OJT, it's like the different clubs. For example, a social club which works for the kind of social responsibility club. Uh, Students can learn so many things, the holistic development, I can say, because we are not talking about the hard skill only. At the same time, you are focusing on the soft skill as well as the life skills. And I think
awesome.
being part of different clubs, we can achieve that. That learning can be achieved through these kind of clubs. The one of the
Awesome.
example which I have given you, the social responsibility club.
Yeah,
And it's not only about giving to the society, it's all about arranging that particular
yeah,
event and activity, finding out the funds, raising the funds, and planning, organizing, coordinating, and whatnot.
yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely. Absolutely, I agree with each and every word you said. It's not about one single project. That's what I was trying to reiterate, and I was trying to like it's not about only the summer project, winter project. It's not about a single activity because that
right,
focuses on only one single subject or topic. But what are the multiple things that we are going to give our students to make it more experiential learning? Yeah,
true, man.
yeah. Other faculty members, you can unmute yourself and go ahead.
Ma'am,
Yeah, go ahead.
uh, ma'am, actually, the 70% experiential learning, what ma'am actually has quoted like projects and what are all the items that can come under the experiential learning. But actually, students and even the faculty are struggling to connect the dots. Like whatever we learn in the learn in summer project, internship, and whatever it is, how can we connect the dots and make it fruitful for their career? So after completing that 6 months project, it's over, it's done. And we are giving, as said, it is life lab is there. We are giving soft skill for the students, and we are also giving like liberal arts. We are giving extra club activities and all, so that students can be multidisciplinary. But at the end of it, the main target is we are giving all these inputs only, I mean, to improve their knowledge, to gain their skills. But how can we make it fruitful for their career? Even we are, we are puzzled to connect the dots and how,
Okay,
like that it is.
okay,
So after the end of the semester, everything got over.
Ma'am,
okay.
um,
Uh-huh.
ma'am, can
Can
I?
I? Just let me complete with Dr. Joanna. So, can I ask you one question? So, if you say that you are working on the soft skills of students, say for example, you are working on their professional communication skills, okay? So you are having a lot of training around professional communication skills to the students. So experiential learning comes into application. It's not only delivering. So what the gap is, we are asking students to deliver, but we are not asking them to actually implement that, and then we see it. So how they are doing, let them go out, let them practice, let them do a project. Small mini project need not to be very big projects. It can be like whatever skills. So if they are emotional skills, how do they like display those emotional skills? If it is empathy, so they can come with their own story next day, and or after a week, maybe you can give them a week's time, and they can actually discuss with the class like what they meant by empathy, what they learned from empathy, and how did they actually, after learning this, how did they actually empathize somebody in last 7 days, and did it work for them, did it not work for them? So what are their thoughts on it? Was that a good move, not good move? So when they will come to class and discuss these things, and they will listen from their peers as well, because they have already practiced the empathy at maybe at their home, at when they were out in the market. So I am saying that everything that we deliver, experiential learning, doesn't needs to be necessarily be a project only. It should be multiple mini projects, multiple mini assignments, like for, I will say, for every class, every time they come next time, you assign them with some of the skills, some of the thing that they do it, commit. Maybe you can ask them to make a video, audio to circulate. So you have to brainstorm on the things like how they are going to actually apply the skills. It can be technical skills. Technical skills, it's easy, you apply the submit like an assignment, that's easy. But soft skills need to be practiced, and they need to feel it, they need to think and brainstorm it, and they need to even discuss it, so that they will have a fruitful discussion whether they are going in a right direction or they are not going in a right direction. I hope I have answered your question, Joanna.
Yeah, ma'am.
Dr.
Yeah, ma'am.
Joanna.
Thank you. Yeah, ma'am. Got it,
Yeah,
ma'am.
thank you. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, there was some more faculty who wanted to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. This is Lakshmi Rupa again. As I said, I'm a freelancer right now. So, based on my industry experience, I want to add one few more points to actually address Dr. Joanna here. Ma'am, we give you we give students while giving internships. There will be pointers from our side as well, so students need to note it down, first of all. The second thing is we actually have not only me, but many of industries, they are actually putting out their problem statements on lead code, or upskills, or upplers, or freelance.com, or internshala. If you check all these sites where you can, where remote work is possible, uh, industries are actually putting out their problem statements, or where they need someone to quickly complete their projects. So if you look at these, you will know what kind of demand is going on. The first dot you need to connect. The second dot we need to connect is, while in the company, students need to learn how actually the dynamic is between the departments. that the where they can actually bring up their future works, or they can actually build a future by looking at this, where the dynamic is more in the department, where which department has more dynamic projects or demand, or how the departments work in between, so that based on those things, observations, the students can actually learn what their interest is, or where their skills lie. uh, let's say someone is actually very good at managing, they can look at the HRs or project managers or team leaders or team managers, how they are working, how they are actually accommodating each and everyone, how the project dynamic is going, how the project modules are interchanging hands in between. So managing things, if their skills lies in that, or if they want to look at that. The second one is if they are very much passionate about coding, all these things they can actually look into while they are in the industry or while they are in the office space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True, true.
Yeah,
Very
ma'am.
rightly said. So that's what I'm saying, that when we will hear to industry people, we'll always have, yeah, I see. Yeah, Dr. Mahesh, can you go ahead? Dr. Joanna,
Uh,
okay.
yes, ma'am. With respect to Lakshmi madam, what she said is absolutely right. But as an academician, I see many students nowadays are not serious about their interest. So they
Yeah.
decide their interest after looking up their co-friends or colleagues, or they do oftenly they don't have a clear objectives in their mind. So here, if I want to speak now, so basically, as per my knowledge, learning delivery framework, whatever you're suggesting is very good. But here we would see any learning can be done through visual learning. So visual learning and participator learning is most important. So as and when the visual learning comes into the picture, then the students are more enthusiastic in learning. Because I did some many multiple activities in my class. For 39 hours, almost some 6 to 7, 7 to 8 hours, I did some visual audio visual activities and some sort of audio video presentations. Then the things were good. But with respect to the social learning and experiential learning, the participation by the students were quite a less compared to the audiovisual learning like this. So what we prefer. So nowadays the students more or less connected to the only this the technological behaviors through the mobile phones or laptops, more or kind of a lesser like that only. So I suggest we self learning is almost gone nowadays. So because they see the video of YouTube maximum for a period of 1.2 seconds. That's all. So after that they got bored. So this is what my observation is.
Ma'am, you're muted.
I'm so
Ma'am,
Madam,
sorry.
you are
I
on
was
mute.
sorry. Uh,
ma'am,
just
this is
give me a
Joanna.
moment. Just let me go back to the learning delivery. Okay, so I completely resonate with what you say, that the time span, attention time span of the students is very less, and they prefer audio visuals, or they prefer video. But again to reiterate it, so why I'm saying that is only 20 to 30%, maximum 10 to 30% of the learning, because it is that they feel that they have achieved that particular knowledge and they have achieved that particular expertise. To give an example, so how to learn a car. Okay, there are several YouTube videos stating how to learn a car. So there are so many tips and tricks how to do a parallel parking and everything. So that might be quite interesting to me, and when I look to that particular audio video, I'll see, oh, that's pretty simple, I can do it in 2 minutes. But when I take the car in my hand for the very first time and I try to drive it, is it that easy? No, it is not, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely no.
it needs skills and it needs experiential learning. And that is the industry gap. Like, our students are overconfident sometimes, I'll say, if I'm not very blunt, but they feel that, oh, I'm an MBA. right? So I know everything. Like I should be given some work that is too much. But the thing that industry find with the student is they lack experiential learning. They know things, they know concepts, but they don't know how to apply those concepts. And that's because they are lacking experiential learning. They don't know how to put it into practice. So how we deliver it, you are absolutely correct. So we should try various digital media. We should try to see how they are very interested in learning, to how to grab their attention. So I'm 100%, I will echo with you that audiovisual, even in my classes, like students, they love when I show them videos and we have some reflective discussion on that videos. That is the time that they enjoy a lot. Group discussions, they also enjoy group discussions, but again, they enjoy that particular part. But is it going to help them for making it 100%? So no. So we need to have that experiential learning. So that is what I think we have to incorporate. Okay. So anybody wants to make any final comments before we move to the next slide? Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please suggest some of the ways which come under experiential learning apart from projects,
Okay.
internships and all?
Okay, I'll give you an example. So, see, for in my class, I'm teaching recruiting and retaining talent. So, I have my students who are learning what are job posts, what are the do's and don'ts, how they need to design and draft a good job posting, what is job description, what is job specification, then they how to like conduct interviews, what is recruitment, what is selection, and everything. So they learn everything during this course, right from employee value proposition to employer branding and everything. So to make them understand what this is, what I did is we did a collaboration project with one of the undergrad course, that is communication skills. In that course, their expectations are their students should be able to draft their resume, their students should have effective communication skills, they should be able to draft a cover letter, resume, and they should be able to face the interviews. So what we did a collaboration project with this particular class, wherein I ask my students, like every week as we approach in the subject matter, say in week 3, they learned in week 1, they learned what is employer branding, employer proposition, and job ads, job descriptions. They've learned till week 3. So when they came till job ad and job post, so I taught them everything, but I asked them to design a job post. So it was designing a job post and sharing this job post to those students of communication skills. So in this way, they actually designed a job post and they shared. So they knew what should go into job description, what should go into job specification, what are the do's and don'ts, what they need to emphasize on, what they need not to emphasize on. And after this, doing that, then their next activity in next week, as we again proceeded to the next topic, we started with recruitment, we started with selection. So with this processes, they were learning what are the various steps in recruitment, what are the various steps in selection, how it goes, what are the various levels of interviews, what are the different types of interviews. So meanwhile, they received replies from the students on their job post applying for the jobs, because it was their assignment to apply for job post with a cover letter and resume. So shortlisting that resume, that is the job of an HR. So they have to give me with a good rationale that why did they selected a particular resume, or why did they reject a particular resume, what was that they found out, why, what were the keywords, what is that they were looking into while they were making up a decision. So every week they had an activity with explanation, with assignment, backed with it, which was accounting to their final grades that they were. And then finally, then they again sent a communication email. So this is how HR will communicate with the candidate, that they are called for interview, scheduling that interview, sending a calendar invite for the interview. Now a lot of times students, my students, they were new to Canada. Some of the most of the students were immigrants. They did not know how to use Teams, how to send a calendar invite. So this was a learning experience for them, to how to schedule a meeting, how to send a calendar invite to those students. So I make sure that when they go into market, so they will not be learning from zero. Now they know how the processes work, and they are actually doing it with all those students, and again design. And I made sure that when their interviews were there, I was one of the silent observers. So they had to also send that particular invite to me as well, include me in that invite. Then I was a silent observer. I was looking at how they are conducting interviews, what are the things. So while I taught them about types of interview, so are they using that competency based interview techniques that I taught to them? So are they implementing everything? How are they questioning? Are they making whatever tips and tricks I have given them for having an effective interview? So are they implementing all those things? Besides communication skills, there were so many skills that are very important as an HR. So I was evaluating them on it. And finally, we also had, then they have to again give a selection or rejection. They have to give the explanation to it. And finally, we received a feedback from a candidate about the experience of the interview. And even the students had to give the experience about the candidate, that how they feel about the candidate, feedback about their professionalism during the interview, about their subject knowledge, content, and everything. So this made my students equip well with the recruitment and selection process as a whole throughout the term. So it was not one single project, but they came up with multiple mini projects throughout the course. So this is how I include experiential learning with them. So this is for one. So for every subject, I do have different strategies. I do have different projects for every, within even every class that I plan. I see that it should be beyond. So I do have class group discussions, but beyond that, what should I do? Should I put something that they need to go? So should I frame with some assignment? So if it is employment legislation, so should my students go to the labor court, attend some hearing, see how the labor court tribunal works? So should I facilitate that? So this is how I think that experiential learning we can do besides. So we do have ripen projects, like we have summer internship and winter projects in India. We have ripen projects in Canada where the students deal with clients, but that is another thing. So these are the various multiple ways in which I preferentially prefer my students to have that experiential learning. I hope I answered you, Joanna.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
I know the things might differ because the subjects you teach and the subject I teach might be different, but it's an individual. So that activity we are going to do. So it's every faculty, that is our thing, that to brainstorm that how we can make it a experiential learning.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So what is the role of academia into upskilling and reskilling? So now, as we see that the era is changing, there's a lot of need for AI, integration of AI. So what universities abroad they have started? So our university, I'll tell particularly, we have started with 4 pillars in which we emphasize our learning delivery to students. From those, there are 2 pillars that I would like to speak in today's context. So one of the pillar is action learning, that is what we can also say experiential learning, action learning. And the other is again the AI integration. So we are looking into how we can integrate AI into our curriculum so to make our students more market ready. So career readiness and indigenizations are the third and fourth pillar. So making students career ready and indigenizing the curriculum. So indigenization is something that is happening across the globe. Every country wants students to know about their indigenous culture, and students should learn about it. So that is one of the pillars that we are having. So what we can do as universities, so we can take this as an opportunity to offer some micro credentials. So this can be not only revenue generating, but this can also provide our students to equip with some opportunities to upgrade and upskill themselves. So start offering some bright credentials. So I believe most of the universities have already taken some leap towards this micro credentials and started integrating AI integrated courses. Industry co-design. So industry co-design is kind of collaboration with the employers. So what employers are really needing, so we need to integrate in our curriculum designing. Now I know I have been into board of studies where we design the curriculum. We know we do have alumni expert, we do have industry expert, and we take industry expert advice, and that one single person or two three people of industry, they do provide some industry insights in curriculum designing. So what I think is, why to limit it to one to three people integrating in that? So why not we having a collaborative survey? Why don't we co-create with the industry so that we come to know that what their expectations are, what they want, and we make our students in that particular way, we upskill them, we reskill them. So that's one thing we can do. Platform partnership, so you know it very well, there are a lot of edtech, so we can have integrate a lot of platforms like Coursera and lifelong engagement. So yes, alumni support, continuous support to our alumni. Now, with this lifelong engagement, this reminds me of one example that I had recently. So our university launched a new program, which is AI into leadership. So when we were launching our new specializations with data analytics and AI into leadership and supply chain management, so there were some alumni who were part of this particular launch program, and it came from their side. They wanted to gain this knowledge and they were looking again, but they don't want to do that particular degree all over again. They don't want to take the entire program again, but they want some continuous support from the university so that they can get opportunities to come and learn or come and share that thing. So how can we help and support our alumni? So can we have, so they were talking about, so they don't want to take the entire program, but they want to take few credits, so maybe 3 credits, 6 credits out of the entire, that is the bucket that is offered. So are they were proposing, can this be an option that can be offered by universities? And at that time we thought, why not? So again, this is a food for thought, like what can we do this? Yes, of course, we can do this. So this can be taken as an opportunity while we are thinking about reskilling and upskilling. So what are the future proof skills? So in the initial part of our session, the first session, I asked you about the few skills that you feel that are going to be future proof or that are going to be very, very important. At least one skill. I said, at least tell me one skill that is very important. And I received a lot of responses. They were huge on AI automation. And you all are very correct. Out of the top 10 competencies that are mapped by World Economic Forum Future of Jobs report. So I'll share you that report also. Maybe in the chat box, I'll share you the report of World Economic Forum, which talks about the future of jobs. And if we want to future proof our skills, we have to pay emphasis for ourselves. So I, as an individual, when I think what competencies are important, and from these competencies, how do I make myself future proof? First thing. And secondly, how do I make my students future proof? So we need to think from both the perspective as we go into aeroplane and we visit and the instructions are given regarding our safety and security. So it is always said when there are emergency situation and when you need oxygen mask, you always pull in that oxygen mask, take and help yourself first and then help the others. So I'll say it's the same situation when it comes to future proofing of the skills. We need to be honed with the skills. We need to start thinking, we need to start implementing, and it's high time that we think like what we can do. So let's think about the top 10 skills. So well done and kudos to all of you. So the AI and big data is the first skill. Second is networks and cybersecurity. Third is technological literacy. Fourth is creative thinking. Now, this skill is coming from not from AI, but this is coming from HI. So these are human skills, soft skills, we can say. These are emotional skills. Creative thinking is very much required. And people who are creative thinker, innovative thinkers will be required. Curiosity, lifelong learning, leadership, talent management, analytical thinking, and environmental stewardship. That is sustainability that we were speaking about. So these are the top skills, and we have to think, we have to equip ourselves with this top 10 skills. So what are the top 10 fastest growing jobs? So you can see on the right hand side, these are the top 10 fastest growing jobs. So this is the future. So even if we resist, even if we feel that AI, I don't like AI, there's no option. So you can see technology. There is no substitute for technology. We need to upskill and we need to reskill. Okay, coming to startups, what do you think? What is the role of startups? Yes, from the audience.
Ma'am, I say startups are the very best place, are the first stepping stones for students to learn the skills that is required by the industry. Because startups and the students have a very good, the best, I say, mutual collaboration, because startups need people who can work on their projects, get done, and they let their businesses grow. They need resources to complete their projects, first of all. So they are very much ready to take in who can actually who can actually complete their projects and have the skill readily available, or even the uh, quick grasping power, so that within a week, if we can actually understand what is happening and how the project needs to be delivered, startups will be readily available for those for the students. The second one is students those who say, okay, my CGPA is not good, or I'm not eligible for the placement drive for all the big tech companies that are coming into my college and all. For those people, um, this for the students, I say, if they feel like their CGPA is not good for the big tech companies, startups are the best stepping stones. Have 1 or 2 years of experience. Even some of the startups are asking for contract signing. I say, now, please let your students know contract is not a bad deal. So while you're under a contract, actually it is a very secured job until and unless the companies deems you unfit and they have the power to, if there is the clause that says, if we feel that you are unfit for the job and we can throw you out of the company while you are under the contract, until and unless the clause is mentioned in your offer letter, the contract signing is a very good deal for the students to learn, because while under the contract, no student can be thrown or let's say laid off from their job.
Yeah, true, absolutely. So, can we say startup is equal to opportunity? Startup is equal to learning opportunity for new skills?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, because they require rapid growth in a short span of time.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yes, madam.
Let's
Yes. It's
let's
really
do it.
a
Yeah.
good way to make their career
Yeah.
success.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's, I will say, a good stepping stone. It's a good place to get in to learn, because startups, they already have their own challenges, and when they deep dive into those challenges, it's nothing like that. Okay, so can you just scan this? Sorry, and let's go to a collaborative idea board. So, as the code says, great mind discuss ideas, average mind discuss event, and small minds discuss people. So let's discuss some ideas. So have you scanned it, or should I copy paste the link? I think copying the link would be better.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, madam. Open.
Yeah.